U.S. President-elect Donald Trump is remaining steadfast in his pursuit to acquire Greenland, and now more countries are taking note. Today, America's adversaries weighing in, Russia saying it's keeping a close eye on the island, while China says it's willing to deepen economic ties with Canada amid the threat of tariffs. Emily Taylor joins us live in studio with the latest. Emily?
Manisa, Trump's threats of annexation and tariffs have his allies on edge, and it seems the state's adversaries now are trying to join the conversation. The Kremlin today says it's monitoring the situation closely after the next president of the United States refused to rule out using military force to take Greenland from Denmark.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States. But if they did do that, then I would tariff Denmark at a very high level.
A
spokesperson for the Russian government today saying they're observing this rather dramatic development and that Russia's presence in the Arctic zone will continue.
So the Arctic is absolutely crucial to Russia, not just economically, but also strategically. So there has been a massive increase in the military presence of Russia in the Arctic. And they have had the advantage that other countries have not stepped up.
The Kremlin's bold statement comes as Trump is doubling down on his pitch to acquire the island, saying Republicans are unified on the top priorities for his second term.
Yeah, I don't think we had pushback. Greenland is, if you look at the people there, we got tremendous. We got applause as we landed yesterday, and it was like a love fest.
Greenland, a largely autonomous Danish colony, is rich with rare minerals and strategically important for access to the Arctic.
Som vi også vil gerne have tilbage overfor os.
Today, Greenland's prime minister saying his people must remain united in the face of Trump's threats. Though Putin's regime is watching closely, experts don't believe the Kremlin will intervene should Trump make a move.
Russia has very limited capabilities. It is occupied in Ukraine. It is making some very limited tactical gains in Ukraine at a horrific cost to its people and to its economy. And consequently, such threats made by Russia are not very credible.
But he says the West should be wary of another adversary, China. The Globe and Mail is reporting that Beijing says it's willing to deepen economic ties with Canada as the United States threatens to heavily tariff Canadian imports.
Even though China is a very large economy and it buys a great many goods and exports even more, we need to be very cautious to make sure that our security interests and our political integrity is protected in any relationship that we have with China, because ultimately China is not a friendly power.
China is currently Canada's second largest trading partner behind the States, but relations have been rocky for years, with billions of dollars in sales lost due to sanctions. But economists say Trump's proposed 25% tariff will be much worse for the Canadian economy, as the president-elect threatens to use economic force to merge our two nations. Meanwhile, Mexico's president is clapping back at Trump's plan to rename the Gulf of Mexico.
So we're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Why don't we call it Mexican America? It sounds nice, right?
Meanwhile, Canada is preparing some possible retaliatory tariffs against the states. That reportedly includes materials like steel, plastic, and ceramics, as well as household items like Florida orange juice. The list isn't final, though, and we'll have to wait and see what happens when Trump takes power in just over a week.